That is a webpage my AI built about 40 minutes ago. Real photographs, a hero image, a 4-picture grid, actual house type. It is, by far, the best looking thing she has ever made. And she got there by being stubborn for 10 straight rounds until I gave up. Because I've spent this entire series telling her the same thing. There are no pictures, there is no photo folder. Nothing on the site has ever used an image. And every single round, she plans a gallery anyway. So this week I stopped arguing and went and found her some zebras. This one's going to be more fun, I promise. My AI builds web pages from a design brief, and for the last several rounds, she has planned photo galleries into a website that owns exactly 0 photographs. I have told her, repeatedly, there is a line in her brief, a plain inventory of what the site has, and for 3 rounds that line has read, image files on hand, none, no photos, no icons. And every round she plans a gallery anyway. She's planned masonry grids. She built a working carousel with actual JavaScript for pictures that don't exist. She has been running a photo studio out of an empty room. So this week, I stopped arguing and stocked the shelf. 5 real zebra photographs in a folder her pages get built in. And that inventory line in her brief stops saying none. Now here's one design decision I want to flag, because I thought about it more than I should have. I could have named those files helpfully, zebra-hero.jpg, zebra-gallery-1, but that's not an inventory anymore, that's instructions. I'd be telling her what to put things. So they're just zebra 1 through 5, and the brief lists them in a boring way, the file name, and how many pixels wide and tall it is. That's it. Facts about files. She gets no captions, no subjects, no hints. She has never seen these pictures, and she never will. She has to decide what goes where from a list of names and shapes, which is, honestly, how a lot of real design work actually starts. Then I ran it 3 times. In her first run, she went for it immediately. Her plan, the one she writes before she builds anything, says, Hero, a large image with a zebra, 1 dot, JPEG centered on top. She named the real file in her plan unprompted. First time in 11 rounds that a file name in this series pointed at something that exists. Then she builds a gallery of 3, and here's the funny part. She uses none of the 4 remaining files. She invents 3 new ones. Zebra-striped, zebra-grevy, zebra-dama. Now grevy zebra is a real animal. It's one of the 3 living zebra species. She named the right animal and made up a file name for it, while the actual picture was 4 slots away. The Dama zebra, however, is not a thing. A Dama is a gazelle, and then the rebuild went sideways in a way I've never seen. She gets 1 fix per run, her choice. She picked the hero, said it didn't match her own design rules, which was true, and then rebuilt the hero as a copy of the entire rest of the page. Every other section pasted into the top, so the final page has everything on it twice. And the 1 real photograph got deleted in the process. Great start. In the second run, she uses all 5 photographs, used every real file correctly. Zebra 1 as a big full width background image at the top, then 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the gallery. That's the thing I wanted to see. 10 rounds of asking, and when the shelf is finally full, she uses it, and then she keeps going. The gallery she planned wanted 5 pictures. She used 4 there, so she wrote zebra6.jpg. There is no zebra 6. Then her fix wanted 2 more images, so she wrote zebra 7 and zebra 8. She learned the naming pattern, and then she just kept going, which sounds dumb, and I want to argue with that for a second, because I don't think it is. She wasn't guessing wildly. She saw 1 through 5, worked out the shape of the thing, and assumed the list continued. That's a completely sensible inference in almost any other situation. It's just wrong about a folder. 2 other things from run 2. The first, the good one, for the first time in the series, the whole chain worked. Her second AI, the one that looks at screenshots and describes them, said the right side of the section was blank. My AI read that, agreed, and fixed the balance. Accurate eyes, real evidence, correct diagnosis, sensible fix. Every single one of those links has broken before. And the second, in the fact list, she wrote, zebra blood is toxic to most predators. It is not. Nothing about that is true. Put it in a bulleted list with a straight face, and then removed it during her own revision. Third run, 5 files listed, 5 files used, 0 invented. And look at her plan line. Gallery, 4 images of zebras in a grid. 4, not 5, not 6. She had used 1 for the hero, and she sized the room to what was left on the shelf. That's her best work in 11 rounds, and no rule changed between run 1 and run 3. The same brief, the same shelf, the same everything. She just landed on it. She did sneak one past me though. In her fix, she gave a section a background color, a pale lavender purple, which is not one of my colors. My site has paper, ink, some grays, and 2 reds. There is no purple anywhere in this house. And I have a law for this. Actual code runs after every build, and one of its rules is backgrounds are my paper or my accent. Nothing else survives. It should have caught this instantly. It didn't even see it. Because the law is written to check the property called background-color. And she wrote the short version, just background. Same thing to a web browser. Completely invisible to a rule looking for a longer spelling. 11 rounds and a purple box found a hole in my own law that I never knew was there. That's a 1-word fix, and I'll take it. Because it means the receipts caught something the receipts were supposed to catch and didn't. 2 more things, and then I'll let you go. The first one is an admission. For 3 rounds, I've been saying she plans imaginary photo galleries because she can't accept the word none. And I want to be clear about what happened today, because it is not that I proved that wrong. I didn't win that argument. I blinked first. She never stopped planning galleries, so I stopped saying none. I went and found 5 zebra photographs and put them on the shelf, because after 10 rounds of ignoring an empty inventory, the person who caved was me. She didn't conform to the site conformed to her. So that old theory is still standing, completely untested. If I empty that folder tomorrow, I'd bet money she plans a gallery anyway. What this round did establish is smaller and more specific. She uses real files when they exist. She'll use every one of them. And in 2 runs out of 3, she'll keep going past the end of the list. Because what goes on a page isn't decided by what's in the folder. It's decided by what a page like that actually has. She designs towards the shape of a web page and treats my inventory as a suggestion. And in run 3, she sized the gallery to what was actually left, so she can respect the edge of the shelf. She just doesn't always. The second thing is the one I'm actually pleased about. Last round, I gave her eyes and it went badly. And the one useful thing that came out of that theory, the reason her vision model kept inventing furniture, calling a broken image a search bar, was that it kept showing it holes. Every picture on every page was broken. So this round, real photographs, and her eyes described them correctly, nearly every time. No search bars, no invented logos. So that disappointing round yesterday wasn't a dead end. It produced a theory, and this week's theory held. That's the whole reason I keep receipts. I'm not sure what we're doing next. I have a couple ideas, so let's see what we can cook up. See you in round 12.